the 15th in Zone 7B, but we're also in the energy of my apothecary, okay? I just harvested, and I had a little worker of some mugwort, so we disconnected some of the leaves from the stems, and we got them here on this side to dry as well, to utilize them for our personal teas. And then here, we also have some mugwort that are on its stem that I'm going to create some smudges, sacred smudges, okay? So next up is catnip. So she's small. She needs to be encouraged, stimulated. So we're going to prune her. I'm going to go below that joint. So here, because we have those two branches, we can take from there and repeat that same process. We're going to go right to where those babies are coming, right there, and pinch. So that's the little bit that we have harvest, and that's what she looks like now. And this is the 15th Wednesday of April, and we'll see what she's doing later. These were looking really sad, my sunshine lilies, and now she's just as perky. They are just as perky and happy and adjusting to their new environment. I also gave everybody some instant fertilizer as well, and we got new lavender buds that are also coming in as well, just from its transplant. But these ones, I'm going to come harvest those. Now let's go around to the other catnip. Just in case you didn't know, catnip is very good. It's not just for cats, you know. We're going over there to that bit. It's also good to repel mosquitoes, okay? You can rub it on your skin. So you see the difference in the size. I've been pruning on that one. So, the difference in the harvest. I'm just going to go ahead and do what I do, and we'll be back. This is what she looks like now that I harvest, and this is the basket. Curiosity cured my cat looking at these carrots, and I decided to pull one up, and look, she's splitting. Been there too long. This was from over winter, so maybe I need to come harvest all of these carrots. These carrot tops is medicine too, okay? And they're also good to add in with your greens and things as well, and your stir fries as well. They don't just go to the compost, you know. Anyways, yeah, I'm glad I did that. To the next destination for harvest, and something said stop over by the strawberries. I mean, they're small. That's because I really think it's too many inside, too many cramped inside of this one pot right here. I really think I'm going to next year just separate them, you know, at the end of the season. But I'm also going to collect some of these tendrils. Some of them are trying to attach now to the ground here. And I'm going to make some babies. And I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and just put them here in this bed across from where they are. But the next harvest, I mean, they're small, but I'm really happy. I'm going to eat one now. Because that first one that I had, we're going over there. That first one I had was so sweet. It was so delectable, yet so small. It's like a mighty punch. Hey, y'all. It's me. It's Christelle. Okay. So good. Yeah. But this is the next harvest that I am here to do. I can't help it. I got to eat another one. That's what I'm here to do is yarrow. Because I want to get the purest essence now before the flowering while they're still tender to make tea and medicine out of. And all that's going to do is just re-encourage it to get thicker and fuller. This was last year's planting, and she has filled out and has really taken over this whole area that last year I had blue, butterfly peas where they were trellised up here. And she's just taken over. So I'm going to go and do a hard prune because I plan on kind of hanging these up and letting them dry. Okay, so next phase. So I don't know if you can tell from above how I thinned it out in certain areas here and took a lot of what was down on the front and on the edges. So these are going to flower, but it's going to send out new shoots, more baby shoots that you see on the sides. I could get those, but I'm not going to bother those because I got enough, and I don't really want to stress the plant out too much. See, you can see a baby shoot right here that's coming up as well. Like this one also is a baby shoot that's coming. And this is the harvest. This is the basket. And now, next phase. This is the house in movement, still has dust particles. I put a piece of cheesecloth over top of it to protect it from the dander, because this will be a part of my pocket carry that eventually will be for things that I will be selling from off the homestead. So that's what I'm getting ready to do here. I got a couple pieces. I want to see how big they are. Yeah. And as you can see, I got them covered. I can stack them if I want, but you still, if you're going to stack them, hold up. I can't record and hold the phone. You want to kind of turn it where it's not going to fall into it. So you might want to get something to prop it to create or have more space. So that's what I'm going to do, because you still want to have air ventilation to flow between if you're going to do the stacking method. Okay, so let me get something for my stacking. Here I put some little wood pegs in each corner. I need 4. I don't know, you know how it is when you need something, it's not there, but then when you don't need it, it's all in your face, and then you try to go back to the area and then it's still not there. But anywho, you still can't find it. Well, that's my moment. So I'm just going to take and balance that out there. Okay, to create that little bit of airflow to still get underneath. Okay, use what you got just to balance it out. Now catnip is all prepped. I did put some of the stems in the compost that is next to mugwort. And now I'm going to take the rest of my catnip and the rest of the stems, and I'm going to put them in here for some tea for me for later. And I'm going to add my other herbs that I'm getting ready to go harvest inside of there as well. How they say, waste not, want not. I had some old paper, mailing paper that I covered the catnip with.
You talking to me?
No, I'm not. That I covered the catnip with. Yeah. What I'm up to now is I had a line, but it broke. So now I have some curtain hooks here, and I have some picture hooks here that I'm going to use to put 2 strings across my archway, one on the higher for the shorter items that I'm going to dry, and then one lower for the longer things to hang down here, okay, within my station. So that is what I'm getting ready to attempt, okay? One side done. And that one's done. That's just to secure it so I can get across. Because I want to double my line. I'm going to add a little more for my tie-off space. That's what I have here to go across. This is the area where I can release it and do something with the tension. But this is the first one that I have. It still has a lot of slack in it, but it'll work for what I needed to do right now for these mugworts. Like so, like that. My daughter, she bundled them for me. She closed the ends, but I think I'm just going to do the bunny ear. Yeah. Just so I don't have to go and look for clips and whatnots right now to get this done, because I still have yarrow that needs to be done as well. And then it provides a sliding scale as well that are here. As you know, they're going to collect dust. So I try to always protect from my trial and my error. So right now, all I really have is my cheesecloth. I do have old sheets and old, things that I could use. But in the meantime, just to keep it down, I'm just going to take and put something over it that still allows for air to flow. Okay, we're not going to get it all, but this is my protection measure that I want to take in the drying process from any of the dust and dander that is in the air. Okay, just for those that may need to be aware of that when you're drying your things. If it's for your protection that you're putting up or your ornamentals, that's something different. But when it comes to your medicines and your tinctures and things of people or your family, cover it up, okay? Cover it up. If it's a smudge, it doesn't really matter too much. But when it comes to medicine, once again, whatever you may ingest, you want to protect and cover that up. But all right, enough of Christelle's ramble. I got to get back to work. That needs to be strung and hung. So now I have my yarrow lined out on its tray, just the leaves that I took off the prepared stacks here off the bottom stems, so that way these can get twined, so that way they can then hang up just like the mugwort. All right, here you can see I covered the yarrow with a placemat, with a cloth placemat. That'll also work for your drying process and protecting your product or your medicine. I'm going to take me a moment's break. I'll be back. So yarrow is done underneath the bottom, hanging up. I decided to use some of my freeze material to cover up my item. Also did the same thing with the mugwort, and I used clothesline clips to kind of close the sides and to keep it from touching on the side. And this is the final ending of my day that I'm actually capturing this. So, because I forgot. I'm outside where the tires used to be, and I have some southern collards, and I forgot the name of the lettuce that I sowed the seeds of. So I'm here where I did some buttercrisp. They look very weak. I just transplanted those and those peas, those Thomas Laxton peas there. But the lettuce, as you can see, is really taking a hard hit with its transplant. But it was just yesterday, the 14th of April, Tuesday, in zone 7B. So, they're looking bad, but let's check them in a week. And over there, I think there's some beets. I'm not sure. I'll find out if those are weeds or not once they get bigger. So my intention today is to go ahead and take the lettuce and to add a different type of lettuce here along the way. And then this other side of the trellis will be for something else that will my neighbors are there, that will like to climb up that trellis, okay? Okay. So here currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the little tiny baby, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lettuce, along with those, a different kind, buttercrisp. And then I have the southern kale, collards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and baby makes 10. And that is what I have done so far. I'm getting ready to water everything in. I've already watered this in here, and I also gave it some instant fertilizer inside that green, some fish emulsion to assist them within everything that they're going through right now. All right. So evening is coming to set here on the homestead. As you can see, the sunset behind me. And I'm just coming to get my stuff. And I also transplanted some, I'm going to be real ghetto with it, some sweet mint in this tire here that I'm going to use with some flowers or some sunflowers or something to help with the repelling of things in the garden that's going on here. But, all right, And thank you once again, and as always, thank you for coming to Soilful Harvest Homestead. It is always a pleasure to have you here on my adventure with me.